shut that door behind me
Yeah, perfect.
because it's giving you guys some glare.
Easy peasy, darling. So Melinda, darling, I'm Cass. Obviously, we sort of kind of met last night, but it's really lovely to get to know you a little bit better, and that's where I'm actually going to sort of start today. So you're obviously aware you've joined with beautiful Emma, and Emma is almost a team leader, which is so exciting. But we thought today, normally Mel would do this training with you, and then once Emma is a leader, Emma will do the training with her new stylist. But we just thought for Emma's benefit and for yours, I'll do the training today so that Emma can kind of be a fly on the wall, and just we're all different, and every stylist we work with is different as well. So it's always going to be a little bit different. But if it's okay with you, it'll be mostly just you and I, and Em's going to just be sort of watching along for her training today as well. Is that okay?
Yep. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Awesome, darling. Before I dive into the nitty gritty, I just want to get to know you a little bit. Tell me a little bit about you and why you're here.
Well, I'm a mum of 4.
Awesome.
Ranging in age from 10 to 18.
Wow. That keeps you busy.
It does. They do keep me very busy.
I bet.
I also do a little bit of photography as well.
Brilliant. How long have you been doing that for?
Been doing it for a few years now, on and off.
Yeah.
Just for myself. But I've just also started doing sort of photographing for someone else, just doing elopements and proposals. So they do actually picnics.
Oh.
So we sort of go along and in the background.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, so that's something new that's just started as well.
Yeah, right.
So and then my husband's got his own business that I've sort of helped him along the way doing his bookwork and stuff like that as well.
Beautiful. I'm just making notes as well because my memory is like a sieve. So I just want to make sure.
No, that's all right.
How long have you been doing photography for?
Where are we now? 20, probably about 5 years or so.
Yeah,
5, 6 years. I sort of like dabbled a bit before that just for my own benefit sort of thing. But yeah.
So cool. Well done. And what made you join Lorraine Lee? What are you most excited about?
It was just like a sort of a spare at the moment thing. I attended a online party, and I just sort of saw it there, and I thought, why not give it a go? I thought I just want to have some money for me, bring something else just for me sort of thing.
Yeah.
I've always been running around for everyone else and doing things for everyone else. So I thought, and I just want to have that bit of extra money sort of thing.
Definitely. Yeah. That's so exciting. I always say people join this business for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and all of those things are okay. And generally it's either that little bit of extra money to begin with, or they love our products. They're the 2 biggest reasons people come in, and it's like that's a great place, and who knows where it'll take you. I guess what I will say from the beginning is that it's your business and you run it your way. Whatever works well for you, what Emma does and what I do may not be what you want to do in your business, and that's okay. We will train you and guide you on the things that have given us success, and you can just take whatever pieces of that for you that work for you as well. But I guess the other thing is that whilst it is your business, you're not on your own, but we're also not mind readers. So my bit of advice for every new stylist is be okay to put your hand up and ask for help, and ask questions, because there's no such thing as silly questions, and we don't want anyone to ever feel like they're on their own. But I always say to my girls, if I don't hear from you, I'm going to assume that you're trucking along beautifully and you've just got this all in the bag and you don't need me. But I love you to harass me. We're paid really well for you to harass us and ask us all the questions. That's our job, but we aren't mind readers. So make sure you put your hand up, and there's nothing silly. We would much rather you ask the question and we can guide you, particularly while you're new, than for you to be in the fetal position trying to figure something out that really could have been super simple. So does that sound okay to you?
Yep, that sounds fine. Yeah, I know I have been sort of sending a few messages back and forth to Emma.
That's what we're here for. And, you know,
Yeah.
Emma's schedule is going to be different to my schedule, and it's different to Mel's schedule. We're all here to support you. There is also the group chat as well. I think, Em, have you popped Melinda in the group chat yet? No.
Well, until the Zoom, that's the rule.
Yeah, normally we do it after this first Zoom so that you're not like, oh my God, you know, these women are crazy, because they are. They're a little bit, you know, they're a little bit crazy and we love them. But if you have any questions, I find a lot of my stylists even mute the group chat if they're not really interactive, but then they just pop in there and ask questions when they need them. And it's so positive and so supportive. So you'll get answers really quickly, even if you can't, you know, get one of us. So there's lots of, you know, avenues there for help and support. Now, do you have any questions before we dive into, you know, where you're at already? Is there anything that's already come up that you're not quite sure about?
No, I don't think so. I've sort of, you know, gone through and had a bit of a look around and
Perfect.
sort of had a look at all the different things where you can get into and stuff. Yeah.
Excellent. And sweetheart, are you thinking that you are going to just, in the beginning at least, have a 100% online business, 100% in-home, or are you planning on doing a bit of blend of both?
Probably at the moment, maybe just online.
Beautiful. Yep, that's
Yeah.
cool. And that helps us, because then we know, okay, well, we don't need to worry about this. This is what we can focus on. And most of our girls do start 100% online. And, you know, in a couple of months, you might think, hey, I might want to go out and do an in-home, but you also don't have to. There's never any, you know, pressure to go and do that either. So I'm assuming Emma has guided you through to start working through the guides in the Facebook group. Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Tell me where you've gotten up to so far in that.
I'm up to, I've just, I've set up on my business page and everything. So I haven't sort of put out, invited anyone yet.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
I'm just about ready to go though.
And Emma tells me you're a bit of a Canva whiz.
Oh yeah, I've done lots of bits and pieces in Canva. Yeah.
We might have to lean on you for a bit of you know, Canva awesomeness.
Actually, I know my daughter, because she's just started doing something, and she said to me this morning, she's just started to use it, and she said, I didn't realize how easy it was.
I know, it's so good, isn't it? But I guess when you've not used it, it's a bit like some programs, you know, like SynShare, for example, that we use.
Yeah.
When you first look at it, you're like, what is this? Like, you think it's all a bit scary and overwhelming. And then when you actually start, it's like, oh, this is actually makes my life a million times easier.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we might totally come to you. Sounds like you're a bit of a professional in that space.
Not a problem. Yeah.
Love it. So you've got your business page set up. What else have you got done so far?
And then I've just about gone through all of guide 1.
Yep, perfect.
And I've started on guide 2. I've done the page and I've downloaded the next one, the biz.
Oh yes, the
skills.
Yep, perfect.
Yep,
awesome.
I've done that. Yeah, so that's sort of where
that's fantastic. Now, have you set a start date for your parties already?
I was looking at the beginning of April.
Yep. Okay, perfect. Is that something, I don't know if you girls have, I'm guessing you wouldn't have discussed that yet, because that's normally what I would do on this first call, but have you given any thought right now? I'm guessing you've got 4 starter parties booked in, or have you booked more?
I've got 4, yes.
Beautiful. So have you given any thought then to how many you would like to be doing per week, at least in the beginning, until you get your head wrapped around it?
Probably looking at, like, say 1 or 2.
Beautiful. It's a really good number to start. Yeah. I generally say to my new girls, start with either 1 in your first week or 2 in your first week. Some who are a little bit more confident, you know, they just want to go to town, they've got it all figured out, you know, that's totally okay as well. But your first one is really where you're going to be, you know, learning and making mistakes. And so the more you cram into that first week, the more you've got that you can stuff up, basically. Whereas if you use that first week really as like, okay, this is my training party in a sense, and I can learn, you know, what I could do differently in the week after. I think that's a really sensible way to start. Have you booked yourself in for a party, or is it just for other friends and family?
No, I haven't booked myself in for one yet.
Yep.
I'm not sure whether we were going to do like a launch one.
I think that's a good idea.
Whether I do that sort of like the end of March. Perfect. And then start my other ones in the beginning of April.
I think that's a great idea. I was actually having this conversation with Emma the other day, and I said it's something we used to do, you know, ages ago. And even when our people were going out and doing in-home events, we would go along and do their first event with them. And then somewhere along the way, we just kind of stopped doing that. And I thought that makes complete sense that we do a launch event with you and guide you through that first one.
Yep.
And that's just your friends and family. And you know what, if you get some sales, great. But ultimately it's just a practice run to help get some bookings and to sort of really get a feel for, you know, what you need to do as well. So should we make that a bit of a game plan? We'll start with that one and then we'll maybe schedule 2 per week after that.
Yeah, because I know I did have, like, I messaged one girl, and she sort of doesn't like doing much things on Facebook or anything, but she said, like, she was happy to support me and, you know, purchase or whatever if need be. So I thought, well, that's sort of one I can probably get that way of doing the launch party.
Yeah. And you'll find when you invite your hosts in, the people that have said, yes, I'll have a party, invite them to your launch party anyway, because then they just see how it runs and they start to fall in love with things, and then they get more excited about their party because they then start to get a bit of a wish list together as well. So that's an awesome plan. Now, has your kit arrived already?
Yes, it arrived yesterday.
So exciting. And you joined as a stylist as well, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful. So in your kit, you're going to have a beautiful little diary. Have you dug that out already?
I have. I actually got that out this morning. I've got to
love it. This is my godsend. I'm a digital girl, but I swear by my paper diary. And so I'm just going to show you. Oh, I just found some money in my diary. That's a jackpot. I didn't realize that was in there. I love that. So I'm going to show you how I organize my diary, and then you can figure out what works best for you. So when you're running your online parties, it's totally up to you. You can start them whenever you like and finish them whenever you like. In my business, I always start and finish my parties on the same day every week. And I'm just I need consistency. I need to know what my week looks like every week. Otherwise, you know, it can just be a little bit all over the place. So for me, I know that the start and the end of my parties is where majority of the work is, because you've got all the setup and then you've got all of the finalization and the, you know, messages and following up. So for me, midweek is usually my cruisiest days. So I start my parties on Wednesdays and Thursdays every week, and finish them on Wednesdays and Thursdays every week. So do you have a particular day through the week that generally is a little bit more, you know, relaxed and you've got a little bit more time available than other days?
Yeah, they're all sort of pretty much of a muchness.
Pretty flexy? Awesome.
Yeah, so it doesn't sort of really matter. Yeah.
There is no wrong. I also planned my Wednesday and Thursday around, they say from a marketing perspective, Wednesdays and Thursdays are great days to release a product if you're in the e-commerce business, because that's when people get paid. Yeah. So in my mind, if I start my parties on a Wednesday or Thursday, people have just been paid or they're about to be paid at the end of the party. So I kind of get 2 pay cycles in there as well. So you can pick a day. It's totally up to you. But my advice would be try and keep some consistency there. Pick a day, stick with that day. And then when the new person books a party, you can say, great, I start my parties on a Wednesday. I can do yours on this day. And then it's really, then you're coming from a place of being a business owner, booking that party into that next available spot as well. So what I do in mine, you can see Wednesdays, Thursdays are my party day. I just put a little square around my Wednesdays and Thursdays. And then once you decide how many parties you want to do per week, again, it's totally up to you, but I tend to stack my parties and do, you know, if you're doing 2 per week, you just book 2 into Wednesday. Once that's full, open up the following Wednesday and book 2 into there. So if we work on that, the date that you're going to put in your diary and the date in the system is the date that the party ends rather than starts. So with that in mind, have you gone through already in your Lorraine Lee dashboard and converted all your leads to events and got all the links and everything for the parties?
Yes, done all that. Yeah.
And did you find the little icon where you can text yourself the links as well so that you have like a
yes, I did see that. Yeah. And then when I watched your training that you did. Yeah.
Fabulous. And that's all. You can edit those. If at any point you think, oh, you know, I need to give myself an extra week here, or I want to bring that forward, you can very easily edit the dates on those events. You can also send those links out to those hosts now, and their guests can start shopping even before the party starts. So you don't have to wait for it to start as such before they start getting their outside orders together. Okay, so we've got links, we've got a business page, we've got the party keyboard. Next question is, with your online parties, would you prefer to, there's 2 ways basically. You can do everything manually and you can either schedule directly through Facebook, or you can just, you know, on the fly be posting into the group your 5 posts per day, or you can pre-schedule everything using SynchShare. Have you given any thought to what might be better for you?
I have. I'm probably aiming more towards doing like having it all scheduled just
Yeah.
to make it easier?
Look, I would be in the fetal position, hand on heart, if I couldn't pre-schedule everything. Even, you know, Facebook does allow you to schedule through the groups, but you've got to do everything, you know, one at a time, and it's tedious. So ScentShare can be a little bit confusing and overwhelming in the beginning. I remember when I first saw it, I thought, oh, how does this work? But now I can sit down at the beginning of every week, and for 10 parties takes me about 15 minutes to schedule a whole week's worth of parties. So once you kind of get the hang of it, it is just seriously awesome. So you're looking at, with ScentShare, it is, I think you get your first 14 days free. And then after that, it's $10 a month to use. So set it up, use it. If you decide it's not for you, cancel it, and then you don't have to pay anything. But I would say probably 90% of our team are ScentShare users and swear by it. Yeah. And my thoughts on that are that, you know, you've already then scheduled everything for the parties. All of that's magically happening while you're sleeping, while you're preparing dinner, while you're going about your day and doing your photography work. And then your time investment is then spent on valuable things like connecting with your host, connecting with your customers, you know, sending your follow-up messages. They're the things really that get the results. They get the sales, they get the bookings. And if you miss those parts, you could have the best party in the whole wide world. But if you don't do that customer service side of things and reach, you know, make sure that you've followed up with every guest, that's where it can, you know, come unstuck. So I think your time's much better spent there as well. So in that case, then, what I generally do on my first call is really just kind of take you through ScentShare, have a little bit of a look at that, you know, the setup of the groups, and just kind of find out from you what you sort of need some support with, because those videos are there. They're very easy. You can just watch and action them at the same time. So does that sound okay to you? Is that what you feel like you need sort of help with right now? Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you said that you downloaded the party keyboard already. Have you downloaded that onto your phone or your desktop computer?
I've just done it onto my desktop computer at the moment. Yeah.
Perfect. So what you're going to find then you'll use that for mostly is your messaging and any manual posts that you want to do. So like thank you posts when people place an order, or if somebody books a party and you want to, you know, congratulate them, that's where you'll find all of those little messages. All of the actual party posts, though, from the minute that you set the group up and you want to put the catalog and the ordering link and, you know, all of your party posts, they are already loaded into ScentShare. Everything that you can find in that keyboard, I've loaded it into ScentShare as well, so that you don't have to copy and paste and put it all into that space as well. So would it be helpful if I show you what that looks like in ScentShare so you can kind of get your head around?
Beautiful. Yeah, that'd be great.
You haven't set up a ScentShare account yet, have you?
No, not yet. I haven't.
Perfect. Yeah. So have you created your first party group yet?
No.
No. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do then, maybe together, is we might set up your launch party group. Does that sound okay? We'll do your launch group together. We'll have a look at ScentShare, and we can start scheduling out some stuff in ScentShare already, and then we can sort of have a bit of a play with it from there. So there is a video in the guides on how to create the groups as well. But basically, in a nutshell, let's come into, actually, when you're learning, Melinda, do you prefer to watch or do? What sinks in for you?
A bit of both. Like, I like watching it, and then I'll go and do. Okay. Sort of things. So use the two together.
Beautiful. So for this particular thing of setting up your first group, would it be more helpful if I set it up and you're watching how to do it, or would it be more helpful if I guide you through and you share your screen and you set it up on your end?
No, it should be fine. Like, I can watch like you do it, and then we'll have the
and
recording now.
We've recorded this as well, so you can always come back and check it out as well. All right. So in that case then, basically from your personal profile, you said that, I think I'm going to actually get you to do it, because you've got your business page and everything linked as well. Rather than me linking my business page, it'll make more sense that we do yours. So let's do that.
Okay.
That will probably make more sense. I'll stop sharing this and I'm going to, are you connected to the Zoom on your computer or on another device?
I'm on another device.
Okay, so are you able to connect to Zoom on your computer? I'm just thinking to be able to share your screen so we can.
Because I've never done.
No, don't worry about it. I'm going to do it on my end and you can do it at the same time on your end. So I'll do one with you, but you can action it on your end at the same time. That way you'll still be seeing my screen, but you'll be putting your party together on your end as well. So let's walk through it. We're going to jump into Facebook first and foremost. You're in there already?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So we're going to come along and click on the little dots up in the top right-hand corner. Have you got that?
Just discard this that I was doing. And that's under my own profile.
Yeah,
it's not under the business one.
Yeah, no, under your personal profile, and then we're going to link your business page afterwards.
Here. Okay. Yeah.
Got it? Okay, so click on the little dots beside your name, and underneath that it says create, and then you can go right down. It says create group.
I'll create and group, yeah.
Yep, click on that. Ta-da! Now you can call the group whatever you like. So I would suggest we call it, Melinda's Lorraine Lee launch event or something along those lines. So I'll do it on my end as well. Oops. Oh my goodness, that's a good start. And at the end of the name, I always just put like either in brackets or whatever. You can either put the dates. So you can put, the 24th to the 31st of March or ends the 31st of March. Now, obviously that date's, depending on how quickly you can, get yourself sorted. When would you like to kick off your launch party, do you think? Like, would you want to dive in and sort of start it in the next day or so, or would you prefer to give yourself a week and start it, say, the 30th or 31st of March?
Or even maybe even the beginning, say on the Monday,
or
28th.
28th, yep, perfect. Yep, that sounds good. So in that case, then you can then say on yours, say ending 4th of April, or you can do 28th of March to the 4th of April. The beautiful thing about that as well is that your customers on that launch event can shop both promotions. So if they place their order in March, they can get 20% off pillows and quilts. And if they place their order in April, they can get 20% off sheets. So just pop in there, ends the 4th of April. Beautiful. Something along those lines. And then underneath here, it's got choose privacy. So we're just going to change this to private and just keep it as visible. And then where it says invite friends, just invite Emma and myself in there. Normally you would leave that blank because you don't invite your host till later, but just go ahead and pop both of us in there. And that way we can both be little flies on the wall. Beautiful. And once you've done that, just click create at the bottom of the screen. Okay, got that. Beautiful. All right. So from here, the next thing we would do is add on a cover photo. So if you've got, have you got the boards open on your desktop in another window?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So if you go into the party keyboard and then click on the online parties folder.
Okay, so that is.
See that one there?
Okay. I don't think I've got that one up yet, but
I'm making some toaster wraps with tuna. Would you like one?
that's I'm just going to find where I've saved them.
That's okay. Does yours look like this on your desktop, or have you got this screen up at all?
No, actually, I don't think I mustn't have downloaded.
Okay, that's all right. What I'll do is
the girl download Girlbot. Oh, that's mobile instructions.
Okay, so just if I just go like this, I'll share this link with you, and then you should be able to just
Girlboss, is it the keyboard link?
Yep. That's it.
Download.
Yep.
That's
That's it. Yeah. If you click on that one, it should, on your desktop at least, it should just open up in this browser screen like this. It'll ask you to put your email in to join.
Email in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's brought me up to just the App Store.
Okay. Once you've put your email address in already? Yep. Okay. In your browser, just type in www. Then boards, BOARDS. .so. And it'll just say login. So if you then just click login and log in with the same email and password that you just set up.
So will I already be signed up to?
You should have, if as soon as you put your email address in there, I'll have a quick look. It should automatically give you access. Otherwise, if it asks you to create an account, just do that with your email and password. Alternatively, what if I just send you this link and we'll see if this works. I've just sent you a link on Messenger. So if that's not working to sign in, just see if you can click on this link and see if that works for you.
I don't think it's going to bring up the same thing as it did before.
I'm going to have a look and see if I can see what it's.
It wants me to go in and sign up.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so on this, I think you might have the same screen as what I've got on at the moment.
Yeah, to sign in. Yes.
Yeah, so there's a little button at the bottom that says don't have an account, sign up. So just click on that one. It's a free app, doesn't cost anything, but you'll just need to create an email and a password on it.
What do I do with the opportunity?
Okay, yep, it's brought that up.
Beautiful. Okay, so from here, once you sign in, you then should, it should pop up with this keyboard. Is that what you've got on your screen as well?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so just follow these instructions. Click on, what we're going to do first is create your own board, because you can use the party keyboard as it is from here, but you can't edit it. So all you need to do to create your own board is down in the bottom left-hand side of your screen, there's the little new board button.
Yep.
Click on that one, and then just give it a name. So you can just call it Melinda's party board or whatever you want to call it. Oops. On that. Okay, then come back over here on the left and click on the key, the Girl Boss Party keyboard again. Yep. Okay, then top right, there's the 3 little dots beside the share button. Click on that and then click select keys. And then just tap on all of the folders and click copy up in the top right. Got that? Then click on Melinda's party board on the left.
Outside, yes.
And then click paste here.
Paste.
Done. So what will happen now, whenever I update the party keyboard, so every month when new promotions come out, I will update it on this main board. So you'll be able to, you know, in April, for example, when the April folder comes on here, you'll be able to come into the keyboard, click on that select keys, click copy, and then paste it to your board, and then you can edit it. But all of your editing will happen in your board. So you can, when you've got time, go through, especially with the messages to send, like we were talking about last night, make sure that they sound like you. The way I speak is not going to be the same way you speak. So you can just basically go through these and you can see, you know, messages to hosts or messages to guests, and just one at a time, go through, open them up, read them, rewrite them, and then they'll save permanently for you on your end. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to use this to get this group set up. So if you click on your party board and then click on online parties, and then click on party by day, this just kind of gives you like a bit of a calendar view in a sense. So, you know, when the party's booked, a week prior, which is when you're setting up the group, 2 days prior, which is when you're inviting the host, you know, day 1, day 2, day 3, that gives you a bit of a breakdown. But right now we're doing 1 week prior. So this is the party setup. Then click on the party setup folder. And we're also then going to click on how to create the Facebook group. Got that?
Oops. Yep.
Yep, beautiful. Okay, so step 1 was naming the party. We've already done that, so we can skip it. Step 2 is choosing a cover pic. So just click on that folder. And in here, I've just got a selection of, you know, cover photos that you can use. You can create your own later if you want to, but just for the sake of getting it set up, just select any one of these and just tap on it so that it expands. And if I'm on a Mac, so if I right click on my Mac, it comes up with the option to save an image. Does yours give you that option?
Yes.
Beautiful. So just click save image as, and just save it on your desktop somewhere as, you know, Facebook group cover photo.
Save.
Got it? Okay, so now we're going to go back to our Facebook group. And on the little cover photo, it says edit. So if you click on the edit button, it then gives you the option to upload a photo. And from there, we're going to then just grab that cover photo that we just saved to our desktop. It'll take a little bit to think, but once it's done its thing, then you can just click save changes up in the top right-hand corner.
Changes, yep.
Got it. Beautiful. All right. So we've got a nice little group happening. We've got a little cover photo. So now we're going to start changing all of our little settings. So on the left-hand side, in the settings menu, if you go right down, the third from the bottom is group settings. Click on that one. And the very top one says name and description. So just click on the little pencil where it says name and description. Yep. And just toggle back to your boards app. And then up the top here, it's got, you're in the, you know, step 2, choose a cover pic folder. If you click on the how to create a Facebook group tab again, it'll take you back 1 step.
Yep.
And we can click on step 3, group description. So the second one there says group description. So just tap on that and it'll expand it out. And then from here, we can either edit this now or we can edit it later. So obviously there's some things in here that you'll want to change permanently. So, it says, welcome to blah, blah's online linen party. We all know women love to shop, la, la, la. So this is your name from Lorraine Lee is going to showcase this beautiful range. So you would just permanently change this to Melinda because that's always going to be you. And you can tweak this later so that it reads, so it doesn't sound like you're talking about yourself in the third person, but just for the sake of setting it up, we'll use this for the moment. You can leave the party dates there because that will vary from party to party. And down here, it's got list current host and guest offers. So you might just like to change that and put, 20% off pillows and quilts until the 31st of March. And when I've got parties that are running over the cusp of 2 promotions, I will then go in and edit this on the 1st of April in my group and then add in the sheet sale because you don't want to put in there that the sheet sale's on before it's actually started because that can be a bit of grief. So once you've done that and that's sort of edited for the minute, let me know and we'll go to the next step.
Okay, yep, done.
Got it. Okay, so this little button here, the little 2 squares is the copy button in the boards app. So just click on that and come back to your Facebook group. And in the description, just go ahead and hit paste. Got it. So we can tweak this, to say, welcome to Melinda's online Lorraine Lee business launch party or something along those lines. You can customize all of this later. Oops, helps if I can spell. And we can obviously just edit these party dates. So we said from the 28th of March to the 4th of April. And then the only other thing we need to edit in here is the shopping link. So have you created a party for yourself in your Lorraine Lee dashboard already?
No.
No. Okay. So do you know how to create an event from scratch in your dashboard?
I think so. Because
Awesome.
when I had to add the others.
Yeah, so they were slightly different because they're already sitting in as leads. I'll show you really quickly and you can do it afterwards. Basically, if you're creating a new booking, if it's not within an event, but it's just a brand new booking like this one is, all you need to do is log in. And up in the top right-hand corner, there's the 3 horizontal lines and a little plus sign, and it just says book event.
Book event,
click on book event, and when you book it this way, it's not going to be attached to an event. So you're not paying any booking credits on it. It's just a new booking in the system. One little tip when you're setting this up for yourself, if you've got a spare email address that's not the same as the one that's linked to your stylist account, use that because sometimes it causes chaos in the background. So you'll just set yourself up as a new customer with your spare email address, create an event in your name for the 4th of April. Once you've got that link, you can come back in and edit it and pop it into that space there. But for the moment, we're just going to go ahead and click save on that one. And we'll just make a note that we need to create. Actually, Em, can you make a note for me that Melinda just needs to create an event in the system and to get her link and update the description? All right, so once you've done that, we're then going to come down to right down to the very bottom, and it's got linked pages right down under manage advanced settings, and there's a little pencil beside that as well. Click on that. Oh, you got so it's right down the very bottom. It says managed advanced settings and
linked pages.
Yeah. So we're just going to tap on that one, and your business page should come up there.
Yes.
And if you see it, just click link there. So what that's going to do is when you get your Cinch Share all hooked up, it's going to allow, the next step is going to allow Cinch Share, but it's going to allow Cinch Share to post on your behalf from your business page rather than from your personal profile. So that keeps it out of, Facebook jail as well. Once you've done that, the very bottom one says apps. Click on the little pencil beside that. right underneath linked pages,
Yep,
2 more
got
down.
that
Yep.
one.
And then click add apps.
Yep.
And on the left-hand side, there's a search bar. Just start typing in CinchShare, CINCH. And when it appears, just tap on it and click add app to this group. Got that?
Okay, done.
Beautiful. So now you've allowed CinchShare in there. You've allowed your business page in there. We've got the description all set up. So all we need to do now is come across to, on the settings bar on the left-hand side, there is the button that says Admin Assist. Sometimes it says this, sometimes it doesn't. So does yours say that on the left-hand there? Beautiful.
Yep.
Click on this one. This is a bit of a weird one, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to tell this Facebook group that you can automatically let people join the group as long as they're friends with at least one person. Otherwise, you have to manually put every person in, which is really annoying. So basically here where it says approve member request if, and it's got the little add button, just click on add. And then we're going to click friends in group and then just click one and apply criteria. So providing they're friends with either you or the host, they'll automatically be led into the group. Cool. And then the last little settings we want to change, if you click on the home button on the left-hand side underneath where it says your launch event. Got that? We're just going to change our notification settings to make sure that we're actually getting notified when people comment on things. So I think it's, yeah, under here. So where it says joined, click on manage notifications and then just change it to all posts and click save. Now, I'm just going to link my business page so I can show you what the next step is as well. Link home. What you'll need to do, see just underneath the invite button, it's got your little face in there, and it will either be your business profile or your personal profile. This is the button that allows you to choose what you're interacting as. So when you're inviting the host, you'll need to be your personal profile, not your business profile. Otherwise, it'll only allow you to invite people who've liked your business page. So you can just toggle on this one and change how you want to interact. There's certain functionality like tagging people, doing the welcome post that you have to do from your personal profile. So whichever one you're already on, toggle to the other one. So for me, I'm going to toggle to my business page now, and I'm just going to do the same notification thing. And that way it's going to notify me from my business and my personal profile, depending on which one I'm interacting at. So I'll just change that to all posts as well.
Yeah.
Fabulous. So we've now got a group all set up. It's a little bit fiddly, but now that you've got the first one set up, the second, third, 10th, they're so much easier. You can just copy and paste and use the same, picture and whatnot. So from here now, the next step before you do anything else is either A, to manually go through and put in your pre-party posts, or B, jump into CinchShare to start scheduling. So I'm going to now show you this part because you haven't downloaded CinchShare just yet. So basically, once you've got your CinchShare account set up, and if you use the link that's in the guides, it's going to automatically set the account up, but it's automatically going to dump the party script into your saved folders as well. The first thing that we'll do is come into this second button down, which is your networks. And all you want to do is click the refresh button, and that will basically tell CinchShare to just show you any new groups that you've created since you were last in there. There's a couple of things that I would recommend doing. When you set your CinchShare up for the first time, you'll see that it'll have your personal profile and photo albums and all that sort of stuff. You can use this little eye icon beside it to just like remove or hide anything that you don't need. The only things you want to really have visible is your business page and any linked groups to your business page. Underneath here, for example, where it's got Facebook groups, I'm going to just click this little eye beside all of these ones to just get them out of my view, because otherwise you end up accidentally posting them from your personal profile rather than your business. So next we've got, you can see here, your party is there that we've created, well, the one that I've created on my end. All I'm going to do is make sure that the little eye and the little love heart are highlighted on here, because that allows me to start working on those parties. So then it's just as simple as coming down to this little folder here, which has got all of your, I'll close this because you won't see any of this. It'll have this party script in it. So you'll instantly have this little folder in here. When you click on the, captions written one, it's then got everything broken down into folders. So it says here, before you do anything, watch these. So there's just a couple little videos in there that you can watch for some tips. The party setup that we already did is sitting in here already, but you've done that, so you don't need to worry about it. And then you've got, before you add the host, post these ones. So this is where we're going to start for your first group. These posts, so we've got a little video here about like, who is Lorraine Lee, what's the history, all the rest of it. We've got a shopping link, we've got a catalog link, and we've got a post that shows them how to turn their notifications on. So I just put all of these posts in before I invite my host. So I'm going to show you how seriously easy this is. You'll click on this folder. You come up here to the 3 dots on the left-hand side, and you click select all. And then we click the 3 dots again, and we click batch post. You can do these all individually, one at a time, but I'm all about working smarter, not harder. And because these are the pre-posts, it doesn't matter when you post them. So I'm actually just going to say, let's give it a couple of minutes. And I'm just going to make the interval. You can change this here between minutes, hours, days. I'm just going to make it 5 minutes and go apply interval. And then I'm going to tap over here, the group that I want it to post into. And then you can either click on each post individually and it'll bring it up, and you can, click on this edit button if there's anything in here you want to edit as a once off, or you can use this really funky function up the top, the little binoculars. Can you see that one?
Oh, yep.
Yep. Click on the binoculars. This is the find and replace feature. So what you can do is roll down, and anything that's got a word in here that you need to replace. So for example, host, I'm going to highlight that and pop that up in here. And then I'm going to replace that with the name that I want. So then I click search, and what it will do is it'll find every time the word host is in there and replace it with Melinda. So I'm going to do that, and I'll click update posts, and then I'll do find and replace, and I'll scroll on down again. And in here, like, I'll highlight the X's on the end of there, and I'll put in, the codes that's on the end of your event link, and we'll update, and we'll hit find and replace, and we'll click date, and we'll make that the 4th of April, search, and there's nothing else in there that needs to be edited. So we'll go update. Once we've done that and that's all updated and we're happy with everything, we just click schedule batch. And now Cynthia is going to do its thing, and starting at 11:52 every 5 minutes, it'll put those posts into your Facebook group. So once they go across, when it posts this one in here, the ordering link, I normally just go into the group. Once it's actually posted, you'll be able to just click on the little buttons here and just click pin to featured, so that post just stays at the top of the group. So that's all in there. It's all ready to rock and roll. And then what I do when I'm sitting down, getting a party ready for the week, I personally go through and schedule everything. Some people sit down every day and schedule out the next day's worth of posts. It's totally up to you what you do. But it's super simple. You've got night before the party starts. So again, you can just come in here, select all, batch post. I usually start mine. So your party's starting on the 28th. So on the Sunday night, the night before, I would normally do sort of 6:30 p.m. every 30 minutes, apply the interval, and you can see it just changes 6:37, 7:38, 8:30. And then same thing, find and replace. We'll go through and you'd update that, update where it's got the shopping link. Anything that you want to go through and edit, you can obviously edit all of that. Once you've done it, same thing. Oops, get out of here. You would click on Melinda and you would click schedule batch. And then when it comes to posting for the days, same thing. You'll go into day 1, select all, schedule post, and then again, so I'll show you how you can manually change this. So batch post. If this was day 1 of the party, which would be the 28th of March, I usually start my posts around 6:30 a.m. in the morning. I just set it as a 3-hour interval to begin with. And then I just manually tweak these times. So when you're in the boards app, you will see online party by day. If you go to party by day. If you go to day 1, for example, you'll see here, these are the times that I use. And again, everybody's different. So 6:30, 12, 7:30, 8, 8:30. So I would just come over here and I would make this one 8:30 p.m. I would make that one 8 p.m. This one 7:30 p.m. and this one roughly 11:30 a.m. And then those times have been tweaked, edit all your posts, and then schedule. Does that all make sense so far?
Yes. Yep.
Let me show you what's really magic though. Once you've done your first week of parties, if you just think, this is brilliant, I'm really happy with this script and I just want to, repeat for next week, and you're not going to do that forever, obviously, but when there's a month, if nothing's changing, there's no reason why you can't, repeat your script the following week. So what my week looks like, I'll come into history. So let's just say a party that I finished, last week, I want to, duplicate that. So let me just see if I can find. Hold on, let me see who I had. 30th of March to the 6th of, no, that was last year. Anyway, we'll use this as an example. I'll bring up a whole party script that I used before. So when you type in the name of that party, so you would, type in Melinda's launch party or whatever, it'll bring up all of your posts that you did in that party. So if you scroll right down to the very bottom, you'll see, obviously, these were our, pre-party posts. These were from last year, so they look a little bit different. So you can then come up here and click select all, unselect anything that you manually put into the party, like the catalog link and all the rest of it. That's notifications. And then you can see 2 nights, I think it was. No, this looks like, yeah, okay. So you can see from these posts, this one here says party starting tomorrow. So it looks like I sort of drip fed in these 4 posts the night before the party started. So and they started at 5:30. So just take a note of like the day before at 5:30, and then you can go batch post. And if yours is the day before, we could go 5:30 p.m. apply interval, and what it will do is keep the exact same interval. So it'll have 5:30, 6:15, 7, 7:45, 8:30, and then it remembers the overnight break here and starts the next post at 6:30, 11:32, and it goes all the way through. You've got a whole, week's worth of party there, and then you can come up here and use the find and replace and type in Stephanie, because that was last week's host, and replace with Melinda. And it will replace all, well, obviously I didn't use her name in here, or maybe it's the wrong name, but it will find all of the times you've used Stephanie. And then I would just find Stephanie's link, replace it with Melinda's link, update, bang, you've got a whole party. Once you've done that, you can then just click on the group over here and click schedule batch. And it will just do that whole week's worth of posts. So you don't have to go back and do day 1, day 2, day 3. Does that all make sense?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, beautiful. It's just a matter of playing with, a bit like boards. You want to obviously go through and edit and personalize. And it's the same with SynthShare. Once you set SynthShare up, and when you watch the videos, it'll guide you through all of this. But the first thing it'll ask you to do, just like boards, is create your own folder and drag and drop the party script into your folder, so that when you're editing things, it'll save your party script rather than the generic one, so you don't have to keep changing all of those little things as well.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah. It does.
Beautiful.
Sounds good.
So, my love, right now, your mission in life is to create your link in your Lorraine Lee dashboard and edit that link into your description. Download your SynthShare and have a little bit of a play with that. And you're a whiz on Canva, so you might find that you just get stuck in straight away and start updating your content and saving that to your folder rather than using what's there generically. you know, in your first week, if you want to, you know, use the script as it is, but the quicker you can change it, the better, because you're automatically punished straight away using exactly the same words as everybody else. So what I'll get you to do is, you've already added Em and myself into that group. So it's the 23rd now. You've still got, you know, 4 or 5 days to really start getting your script together and whatnot. And then what we might do throughout that duration, we might set up a little group chat for your party. And because you're the host of the party, you're not going to be getting that practice of messaging your host and inviting your host and giving her the tips. So what we'll get you to do is, in that group chat, on the days that it says in the board to send, you know, the messages, send them in the group chat instead, so that you still get in that habit of sending those messages, and we can kind of practice together. Does that sound okay?
Yep, that sounds good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, last thing is, keep on working through the guides. Get your party script all set. Guide 2, by the time you finish guide 2, you're going to have your cinch shares sorted, all of your party posts sorted and scheduled, and you're going to be ready to actually start your party. So guide 3 starts from invite your host. You know, this is how to invite them, and we can talk you through all of that as well. What I usually recommend is, you know, I say to all of my girls, I'm guided by you. Some people I have this first initial Zoom with, and they're off and racing. They're like, bye, I don't need you anymore. And that's okay. But if it's possible, I like to stick like glue to my new girls, at least for the first 4 weeks. And that really kind of takes you through setup of the party, week 1 of the party, finalizing the party. You know, we just sort of start to hone those skills. If after the 4 weeks, you know, you're a butterfly and you can go and do your thing, and you just want to ask the questions when you come across them, that's okay as well. We are totally guided by you. So I'd recommend we'll get you booked in sort of next week, because by then your party will have just started, and we can then be talking things like host planning and, you know, doing your welcome post and those little 1%ers that will make a difference as well.
Yeah, great.
Sound good?
It sounds good. Yeah, can't wait.
Now, do you have any other questions before we let you rock and roll?
No, I don't think so. I'll sort of take all this in and work on it all, and
sounds like a plan. You'll have plenty of questions. Don't you worry about that.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure they'll all come up. Yeah.
But I'll get Em, if you don't mind, to just create a little group chat for the 3 of us. And then that way, if you've got any questions regarding your party, by all means, fire away and we can help you with that. And then, we'll just kind of guide you through that first week and this launch party. And from there, it's just a matter of duplicating really and honing those skills as well.
Good. Yeah.
Excellent. Great. I'm excited for you. It's super exciting. Oh, that was the one thing I forgot to tell you about. I'll send you across your best start. Actually, I can get Em, we'll put it in the group chat, your best start rewards tracker. Okay. So in your first 12 weeks, you've got access to your best start rewards. So it's $550 worth of vouchers. I'll send that tracker so you can see exactly how that works. But just make a note in your diary. It starts on the day that you joined. So whatever day you joined, first 4 weeks, you've got your little your time frame in there. So just make a note of those days in your diary. And it's super painful, but neither Emma or I can actually see your progress on that. So at the bottom of your Lorraine Lee dashboard, you'll see it. Keep your eyes on the prize, because people have missed out by like $40 and I can't see it. So I can't tell you that you're close. So just watch that like a hawk as well, because that's, you know, more money for them as well.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I'll do that.
Awesome. Em, have you got any questions, darling?
No, I'm just creating that chat right now.
Brilliant.
That's done. No, I don't think so. I've written down everything that that you've given her, so I'll work on that with you, Mel. Is Mel or Melinda? What do you prefer?
Everyone calls me Mel.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Cool. Mel's fine. Yeah.
We attract lots of Mels.
Yeah.
So many Mels. It's not funny. And we've got Melindas and Melanies and Melissas, and they all like Mel. So we'll just put you in the Mel pool.
In the Mel pond. Yeah, everyone just calls me Mel. It's easier.
Okay.
I think.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Brilliant. Well,
good.
Awesome. Well, this is perfect timing because I've got another one to jump on now, but go for gold, dive in, get cracking, and just let us know where you're at with everything. And if you've got any questions, fire away in that little group chat, and we'd love to be able to support you as well. Okay.
Yep, sure.
And I'll add you into the Unstoppable and the Bring It chat now.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Perfect. All right, girls, we'll talk soon.
Okay, thank
Bye.
you. Bye.